Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to try a little experiment here. I'm going to attempt to make my own fatwood out of a couple pieces of a pallet. I believe this is oak, but I'm not quite sure what type of wood. I know it's definitely not pine. It's very hard. So I think it's oak. But we're going to give that a shot and we're going to see how well it works. So stick around, we'll be right back. We're going to melt some candles for our fatwood, which I have here. I'm just going to use standard tea lights. So I'm going to get this going. I'm going to get these all out of their cases. Maybe. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. Alright, work at getting all these out and start heating them up to melt. And I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm still plugging away, but let me show you real quick. I found to get these out because they are a pain. I'm sure it's just probably the kind I got. These aren't dollar store ones. I bought these online, a whole case of them. But I was just squeezing around till I got it somewhat loose. And as I pull out, I have to push down on this to push it out. So, and I tried to save the wicks just in case I wanted to use them for a future project. But even with a screwdriver and my knife, I was unable to do that. So I couldn't save any of them. But I just pull that metal part comes off the bottom, and that's it. This is one of those tins that I got at that yard sale, so I am hoping that I can handle the heat. Do not do what I do. I'm not an expert. I definitely don't follow safety rules. Do not try this at home. The safest way for you to melt wax is to do a double broiler, and that is you want to have a pot with some water in. You want to put your wax in a separate container in the water, so the heated up water will melt your wax, because this is highly combustible, and when it melts down, if that comes in contact with that flame, we're in a major problem. So hopefully this holds up. Alright, just about melted. I'm pretty happy because this tin held up. I've got no leaks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one piece at a time here to see the reaction. Now just so you know, what's going to happen here, or what should happen, is this wood will start foaming and bubbling up in this wax. Keep your heat on low, but if you can see that bubble action, even though this wood is pretty dry, it still has moisture in it. The moisture, the water, and the wood, that's being forced out by the wax. So the wax is going through the pores, forcing all the water out, and replacing that water with wax. So you have to let this go for a while. What'll happen is you'll see the bubbling action slow down. You can hold it down there and get the reaction to happen quicker. So it shouldn't take long. It should only take about maybe 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna add a few more candles, I think, so I can get the whole thing submerged instead of having to flip it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I added 3 more tea light candles. So This has been in probably about 4 minutes. So it shouldn't be much longer. Maybe about another 5 minutes or so. So you have enough wax in there now that I don't have to flip it. And you let it cool down and you should have a nice piece of DIY homemade fatwood. I'm just going to let it drip off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add some more. Hopefully that fits. Barely. I should have either got a bigger tin or made my pieces a little bit smaller so I could get more than one piece in at a time. I was hoping to have like 4 pieces in here at a time, so we'll let these go. I'll get these finished up, we'll let them cool down, and then we're going to try them. So that little stick in there is what I was mixing with when the candles were melting. I threw it in there, and I don't know if you can see that, but that has got some absolutely beautiful color in it. And that's another thing, the color will change, so I'll show you a difference between what I started with and what it ends up like. But that's starting to look like a beautiful piece of wood there. I don't know if you can see that color, but it's really cool looking. But cool looking is not what we're about in this project. We're about functionality. You can see how that's turned already. Just a precaution, when you take them out, they are going to be very hot. It's got hot wax, so they will take some time to cool down. Like I said, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just trying this. I'm not even sure it's going to work because it's not pine, and I don't have the pine sap or the oils, which is where you get your fat wood and makes it flammable. But with the wax and it's pushing out the water, if I got the majority of the water content out, it should light. So we'll see. Just to show you the color difference. And this is what I started with. So I'm hoping these will be fine enough to take a ferro rod. There is a little bit of wind going. And it's lit. So there you go, it works. Homemade, do-it-yourself fatwood. Thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.